Hey guys, just a tip. Before you go out, make sure I like to blacken my line, make sure it's got some blackening on it. I don't know if you can see that, but I just used, a standard Sharpie. You can cut a little, you can buy these that have a little V in them. I just use a big boy. I like to blacken the first 6 feet of my line or so, just because I use white line because I can see it real well in the sunlight. You want to put a drop of super glue on your knot, okay? That guarantees 100%. Now, on my last video, I was out and I lost the bass because my line snapped right at the lure. When I retied my line on the on this, I'm not using mono, I'm using fluorocarbon. I didn't put a drop of super glue on there, okay? This one I already believe I already super glued it. But you know what? Just in case, another little dab will do you. Just a tiny little drop. Now, I've been doing this since the 80s. Worked at a hobby shop where we had some very good super glue. This is just regular old Loctite. So cut off, before you go out, maybe a foot of line, cut it off, retie, okay, so that you got fresh line that's not tore up. Do that each time and you'll never have a problem. Put the super glue, you're gonna have a perfect knot. It's strange today, the fountains are off. We're here at Cornerstone, but I guess maybe the timer's a little off, or maybe they turned them off for a particular reason. It's a lot quieter when the fountains are not on out here. It's a beautiful South Florida day, guys. Let me change hands here. It is, give you the time, it's 5:01 in the PM. I'm over here again at Cornerstone, a place I've fished before. Last time out, I missed a nice 2-pound bass right on the shore. I'm still not feeling good about that. Hate losing fish, but temperatures low 80s, late February, almost to March. Conditions are good. It was kind of cool last night. Beautiful day. Gonna see if the fish are biting. Gonna be using a shallow runner again. I caught a couple on it last time, and I'm using a Culprit trick worm today. So something a little different. Picked it up the other day, and I'm very excited about it. So let's get to it, guys. All right, here it is. We've got the Culprit pumpkin seed worm with the chartreuse tail. And I'm gonna start with that. I'm just gonna toss it right over here. Then we're gonna go to the shallow runner. But I wanna start with, I don't usually throw these trick worms very often. It's got a lower profile than your Cinco style stick baits. It's got a little bit of a lower profile than your standard Culprit worm. It's about the same size. I think it's about a 7.5 inch. Good evening.
What's in there to catch?
All kinds of stuff. Mostly largemouth bass is what I'm after. You also have peacock bass in these waters. You've got freshwater mullet. You'll see them jumping sometimes. Those are the mullet you'll see get airborne. You got some big turtles out here.
Really?
Some big ones. I mean, some 4 foot across ones, because one scared the hell out of me a few years back.
This is part of a river?
No, this is just something they dug for Cornerstone right here 35 years ago. Used to be a big field. We used to come out here and launch rockets when I was a kid.
So how did all the fish come?
The birds bring them. Birds land in other lakes, the Everglades, wherever. They get the eggs on their feet and on their feathers. They fly in, drop the eggs, they hatch, and there you go. That's how most of these lakes get stocked. Occasionally they will actually stock a lake, but you don't have to. All the lakes that you see in South Florida that are just around communities and stuff, they're all full of fish, just because of the birds.
That's pretty cool.
Well, but that's about it.
Well, thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, I'll catch something. I always do. There's something tapping at it. There we go. Yes. Decent fish, guys. Decent fish. The culprit strikes. That didn't take long. That's a nice fish. About a pound. Let's get a little, just a quick pick. No need to weigh this one, not big enough to be concerned, but you know, like I said, about a pound. All right, darling, here we go. Okay, we fished the worm for about a half an hour. I want to throw the shallow runner. This is not my favorite shallow runner. I lost my favorite shallow runner on my last video. So I went out today, looked for a new one, but Walmart did not have it. So I'm gonna have to throw this one. We'll see if anything's interested in this shallow runner. I have caught plenty of fish on this shallow runner. Don't get me wrong, I've had it 25, 35 years, I don't know how long, but it just seems like the other one, the bass colored one, worked better. There's something, yeah, sitting right in there. That does not feel like a bass though. It's not. Okay, it's a Mayan cichlid. There you go, guys. Little Mayan cichlid. It was not pulling like a bass, but I was bringing it right over the eelgrass and it got hit. Now, I think in my last video, or the video before last, I said that peacock bass were fish tank fish. And a watcher corrected me, and he's absolutely right. These are the ones that were in fish tanks, not the peacocks. This is the same family. It's a cichlid. There we go, right into the water. Did me a favor. Crossing the bridge. Here we go. Okay, back to our low profile trick worm with the chartreuse tail. That's a green pumpkin seed. There we go. There's a fish. Wow, he slammed it. He hit that damn thing hard. Not a very big fish, I don't think, but boy, he hit that bait. He really hit it. I had it right over the eelgrass. Good fish coming in. Oh, better than I thought. There we go. Nice. That's actually a pretty darn good fish. That fish is going to go a pound something. Fatten it up for the spawn, I believe. Wow, hit that bait hard. Look at that, hook came right out. Look at that beauty. That is a good looking fish. This one we are going to weigh. And I'm going to say a pound 6 ounces is what I'm guessing. Maybe a pound 4. Now that I'm holding them. Let's see. And free, one, look at that, 1 4, 1 3, 1 4. Beautiful. Yo! Yo! Just showing. Bass! All right, baby, you're going right back. Boom! Beautiful. Oh, there we go. Ah, damn cichlid. Cichlid. Alrighty. Well, he didn't even get it anywhere near his mouth, guys. He got it in his chin. Yeah. Not what I'm after. There's something. This time it's a tiny peacock bass. I don't know what's going on today. Just really weird. Look how little this guy is. That's a little baby peacock bass. This guy is just being, here we go. There we go. It's just a little guy. Use him for bait. Nah, he won't bite you. He's just going right back. Okay, guys, that's it. We actually had a pretty good day in terms of overall fish. I mean, it is getting dark. I'm gonna spin it around. You can see that big storm cloud coming in. It's gonna start raining on me any second, so I gotta make tracks. Plus, I gotta cook dinner. What did we end up catching? I think 2 regular bass, I think 2 cichlid, and one tiny little peacock bass. If I had a lot more time, I'd have used him for bait. I'd have just taken a hook, put him in his mouth, and tossed him out there. But I don't really use live bait anymore. It's kind of cheating. Anyway, hope you enjoyed coming out. If you did, like, subscribe, and as always, leave me a comment. I appreciate it. I will see you guys on the next one. Have a good night. Woo!